Hi everybody! So it's another hot week in Sicily. And guess what? I'm making tomato sauce. We have some beautiful tomatoes that need to become tomato sauce. So it's still early, well, it's still 9 o'clock. So I need to wash them and cook them, then let it cool down and see how much tomato sauce I can make. And then I have bumblebee tomatoes that I need to extract the seeds from. So this morning is all about tomatoes, but obviously I'm doing this first because I need to cook as soon as possible. The heat is coming. Well, it's quite hot already outside. So I cook it, then I switch aircon and we can relax and try to stay nice and cool and calm, trying to survive a couple of these really hot days ahead. First step is obviously washing tomatoes and checking if there are any that shouldn't be in the sauce. A bit too soft. Soft is okay, but as long as they are not overripe and might cause a change of the flavor in the sauce. And obviously looking for ones that might be affected by bugs. I just put on the side for now so we can drain a bit. I feel temperature is going up and I don't really want to cook tomatoes on the days like that when it's hot, but I don't want to waste them either. Tomorrow is gonna be even hotter, so I try to do my best. So next step, we cover and we switch on the fire. And you don't need to do anything else. You don't need to add water or salt. Everything, salt can be added later on a different stage. So we let it cook, well, depends how many tomatoes you have, but usually the skin starts to separate and be becoming quite soft. I check my tomatoes every 5 minutes to check how we are doing, and they can produce lots of water, so sometimes I have to take off the water because it's overflowing. So you need to keep an eye on it while it's boiling. Next step is to save some of these heritage tomato seeds. This is a yellow bumblebee tomato, and we got from Coop as we are part of this seed bank that are trying to keep ancient heritage tomatoes and other things going. So I need to save quite a few seeds for them. So I'm trying to cut a tomato. This is not the best knife, obviously. And I'm cutting only outside part. I'm not going all the way through, trying not to damage seeds. And it opens up and all beautiful seeds are inside. I just extract them. These tomato I would like to use in a sauce, but they are like a bit cracked as well, so I'm not gonna do that. I don't want to damage my beautiful sauce. Here you go. Quite a few seeds inside. So when I pick tomato, it needs to be from a healthy, strong plant, and I usually pick the biggest ones, the best looking. So kind of genes are preserved in these tomatoes. They are nicely pollinated. But I'm inside with the open door and I can feel the heat increasing. Obviously I'm cooking, but I just started. But I'm starting to sweat slightly as well, so it's gonna be a hot day and it's not even 10. So wish us good luck to survive. Well, tomorrow will be even worse. Next step, we're just gonna transfer into some kind of container. I have this bowl and try to get as many seeds because we need for a project. And we're gonna pour some water on the top and we're gonna leave a couple of days. We do this fermentation process for a couple of reasons. First, to remove pulp from tomato seeds. Then this fermentation that takes 2 to 4 days removes all the pathogens from the seeds. And obviously good seeds are going down and the bad ones, empty, they will stay on the top. So this is a simple process that helps you to keep seeds as healthy as possible and guarantee that you have a good harvest of the same tomato next year again. So tomatoes have been cooking for almost 15 minutes and you can see how much water we produce. I didn't add any extra, so I'm just gonna drain a bit of it. And we'll let cook for more time until they look nice and soft. That's all I've been doing, cooking tomatoes and extracting seeds from the other tomato. And I don't know if you can see, but I'm sweating already. Considering that I was just walking and moving my hands a little bit. Thank God we don't have to do much in the garden. It's like, it would be impossible. Tomatoes been cooking for half an hour and you can see they are nice and soft. And finally, I can close the doors and switch on the aircon. Oh, I feel better already. It's been a few hours. I've been to a physio, I've been back, I rested a bit, and we need to continue working with our boiled tomato. So next thing I did, I put in a strainer, colander, whatever you call it. So some of the juicy water is there, it drained. The liquid, which is actually good to do because you don't really need that liquid, and it makes tomato sauce thicker. So we're gonna transfer into this crazy machine. So the next step is quite easy. You just put your ready tomatoes in this machine. It's called passatutto in Italian. I'm not sure how it's called. It's some kind of strainer, drainer, blender, manual blender. So what it does, it separates skin and seeds from the rest of the sauce. And you just keep going and going until you have only leftover that you don't need left. So only skin and seeds. Sometimes you need to stop and adjust it, make sure you get every bit of it. And you just keep going. It's nice on a hot day to sweat a bit more. So then you get the leftover seeds and skin and you just scrape it out and put it apart. Our chickens go mad for it. They just love it. Obviously they love seeds and tomato skin as well. So nothing is wasted. So most of the tomatoes are already went through a sieve, and that's the results we got. It's still quite liquid, but at the same time it's thick. I could probably left it to drain a bit longer, but I like the consistency. And the way I like to preserve in these plastic sealable bags that I keep in the freezer, because it's the quickest way to preserve it. Easy to defrost, takes a little space, and I don't have to sweat even more making big bottles, and it changes flavor when you cook even more. So that's what I do. I freeze because I think freezing keeps the best flavor. I try to do quite a big bags. Sometimes I use it for 2 meals. So I made 2 quite big bags that I'm gonna freeze, and I left them, and I left some for tomorrow that I'm gonna use for pasta. What are you guys doing? Do you want some tomato? Let's see if they're liking it. I think we do. I thought only chickens like it. Now we're starting to like a bit of everything. Try to give them variety and they are enjoying it. I think chickens want some as well. Why, you didn't like it? Ah, they usually go crazy. I think it's evening, almost their bedtime, that's why they are not too excited. But we love it. Nino's back after picking tomatoes. Nino just had shower. Look at him.
I'm having another shower just with my sweat. Today's so humid. And tomorrow is going to be 42 degrees. And today we had 38.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, it's have a shower is just a temporary pleasure which lasts 1 second.
What to do on the hottest day in Sicily? We grabbed some sweets, dolcetti, and we're escaping to Palermo. We're not escaping, but we're going to one of the shops to cool down where we have a nice aircon.
Yeah, literally today's gonna be way too hot to work. We're gonna achieve probably 42 degrees, and we want to use the time in a very productive way. So today we need to go looking for seeds for autumn, and in this place they have like a good display of seeds, and we're kind of taking us half the day out. And
Yeah, so we're gonna, instead of being stuck indoors, we're gonna go out and do something useful.
order 10 days.
Hello. Degrees today. It's been a really hot day in Sicily, the hottest so far this year. And it's really scary today. In the morning it was okay, we went out, we were trying to cool down in the shopping malls. Then we came back, we had a lunch at Nino's parents who had the aircon from the morning. Then we came back to our house. We stay indoors with a fan and aircon on. And now it's been after 6 in the afternoon and we decided to come out. And actually it's scary to look around. Sicily is literally burning. I know it's like, we've been saying that every week almost, but today it's a really scary day. The ashes keep falling down. You can't even understand where the fire is coming from. It's just a one big smoke, and usually you can hear people around. It's just a quiet day, and it's just the wind. It's really weird. there's this silence in the air. And there is a fire down there. There is just a smoky sky. Then there are mountains there. I don't know if you can see. It's burning. And then the same area like last time is burning as well. Ashes are coming from there most likely. So it's burning up there as well. So everywhere is just like one big smoke, and it's like you're breathing the smoke, and it's scary. At least there's nothing too close to us, but you know, you think about other people around who are probably fighting the fire, and firefighters, and we actually haven't seen any airplanes around. Probably there are so many fires that we are going to help in the different areas, and I don't know how these big fires will get stopped, because it just looks like they are spreading even more and more, and I guess there are not enough firefighters like every year. So yeah, it's a scary day. It's burning like every year. It's a scary night sight. It's such a beautiful place, and it's burning almost every year. I think last year it wasn't, but this year, here you go again. And somebody was just doing fireworks. During this hot, crazy day, it's still legal to do fireworks in here. Ah. I'm happy to announce that hot days are over. The temperatures dropped quite significantly. Now it's bearable 29, 30 degrees during a day, and it cooled down quite a lot during the night. So we can rest, and it's been nice when you get a bit of breeze through the window. Oh, it's been really tough couple of days, but temperature, yeah, it was high, but it was as always scary because of the fires. And it's like a rule, when there is south wind, temperature goes up and there's lots of fires in the area. But we survived this time anyway. So let's continue doing what we did before. Temperatures dropped down. I've been still doing some tomato sauce. I just made a new batch, and I've been working with the seeds. I have the first batch that you've seen me doing. It's already nice and dry, so we can start giving to Cope. But I haven't showed you the full procedure. So the seeds have been fermented. Sometimes we can have a little bit mold. There is a little bit mold, but it's actually healthy. It removes all the pathogens. So now what we have to do is just wash a bit and drain. My sieve is quite small. Did I catch it all? I think so. I use this one for extra things. Usually it's like for cocoa and stuff, for winter stuff. But this time, summertime, I'm using to drain all these seeds. And I'm just washing them. Easy to do, nothing special. I'm just trying to remove as much pulp as possible, so they can dry nice and easy and be without any issues. I try to do a couple of batches because sometimes, you don't know, might be high humidity in the house or something, and they might not dry well enough, might get a bit of mold, but these look nice and healthy. So hopefully second batch I made a bit more of the seeds. It should be fine as well. Trying to get rid of some extra water. Want to keep them as dry as possible. And then I just drop it to a plate and try to separate them a bit as well, so they don't stick together. And Looks quite good. Quite a lot seeds this time. Try to see if there is an extra pulp, yeah, which I'm trying to remove. Spread it around. I see some imperfection. There is like a one black seed, definitely not good. The seeds are done. They are on a plate and I'm gonna leave them in a dark place with aeration. Usually I keep close to the door or a window so we get a bit of fresh air coming in and dry quicker. They might take a few days. You need to move them around and make sure we don't stick to the plate, otherwise when you're scraping off can be damaged easily. So another batch of seeds are done. Today we made a bit more tomato sauce, and of course I want to cook summery pasta, which is just tomato sauce on a long pasta like spaghetti. And it's very simple to do. We just need tomato sauce, onions, basil, salt, and depends if you need sugar or not. It depends if your tomatoes are sweet or sour. I'm doing the way my mother-in-law does. So she likes to use onion and basil in the sauce. Others might use garlic or chili as well. It depends what you like. I don't want to use chili. I love chili, but I don't want to use because it's still hot and I prefer to keep chili for winter months. So first step, we're gonna fry onion. Onion is getting nice color and now we can add our sauce. So tomato sauce is starting to thicken up. I have to be careful because it becomes like a volcano and starts spitting out a bit of the tomato, so you might burn. So I'll just switch it off for a minute and add the basil and start giving a bit of flavor. Some salt. Oops. And mix it all up. I've just tried tomato sauce and it actually needs a bit of sugar. It depends on the year. One year tomatoes are sweeter, next year we are a bit more sour. They are a bit more sour this year, not that sweet, so I add a bit of sugar. It enhances flavor so much, and obviously you add a bit, you cook and you taste it. It's all up to your taste buds, how much sweetness, how much saltiness you like, but I'm starting to like already. Almost done. And then we just pour everything in, scrape it out as much as we can. We don't want to leave any of the sauce outside. Okay, it's almost ready. Just a bit of a grated cheese. And I'm coming. Smells so good. Ready?
So good.
You look very happy, my love. Why?
Ooh, how can I? No, but what is the best?
It's the best. Simple summer pasta.
Wow.
Enjoy.
Smells so good. For me, your tomato sauce is amazing. Even if personally it's probably my least favorite sauce for pasta. Not because I don't like tomato sauce. Actually, I love tomato sauce. But in my family, it's like it was something which has been over and over for at least, 30 years as far as I remember. Was every Sunday we were eating at my grandma's, and my grandma's was always making tomato sauce spaghetti. I mean, you weren't even supposed to ask, because you know it's going to be tomato sauce, spaghetti for lunch. And all my family, we got like at the stage where it's like, we don't want anymore. And it's probably the pasta which I personally never cooked, and neither you, Brigitte. But it's anyway done with a fresh tomato is probably one of the best pasta ever. And probably I was way too young to understand the process when my grandma used to make it. In fact, I mean, today flavor remind me a lot of my grandma's, like the way she was doing it, because she was doing also with onions and basil, and the smell was the same. It's like it was like a kind of like a going back in time. Delicious.
I've been watering a couple of trees around, and I just noticed a funny thing, that it's raining around Palermo. I've seen photos, it's quite a nice rain, a bit of flooding as always in Palermo. But the funny thing is there are clouds everywhere around us, except above us. It's funny. It's like, look at those clouds. It's like there are on the other side as well. Clouds everywhere, but above us, clear blue sky. I was watering our beautiful cypresses here that are growing quite nicely. It's as tall as me now. But I noticed some of the rubbish around. Here you go, some plastic bits. And I was wondering where it's coming from. And obviously we have a very smart neighbor that collects lots of rubbish. Well, he is supposed to be some kind of gardener, farmer, I don't know if you can call. But instead of throwing these seed starting trays that made are from plastic, he just calls a tractor and he grates them, I don't know, composts into the soil, if you can say that. And that's his soil. That's a farmer next door to us, next to our beautiful farm that we're trying to keep nice and clean. And how can we not complain about everything when people just don't have mental capacity to do things right anymore? It's like, I'm looking at that and it's like people are destroying soil. That should be illegal. Look at that. Look at the rubbish. And he will be planting something here in the autumn. Disgrace.
We got lots of manure. So we literally almost ready for the autumn season. The guy which brought us the manure is a local guy, which he collects it from all the horse owner. And this one is literally composted manure, old of between 2 and 3 years, which is what we use to fill up our raised beds. So it's not anymore manure, but it's literally compost. Of course, with the sun, it looks a little bit dry. I should cover it. I don't have such a big cover, even because a big cover will be plastic. We don't want plastic. But soon this one will be literally almost finished in the next few days, because I have to top up all the raised beds, which they went a little bit down during the summer, and I need to spread some in soil. Where do I need to put the new crops? Well. As always, we want to thank all of you for your support and your donation through the platform or GoFundMe. You will find the link in the description. We are still on the process of collecting donations, so whoever would like to support us in our project, and you will find the link in the description.